In Turn the Page, there's a cliche about, can you tell me a little bit about that cliche and how that came about?
Well, that was when we were doing the thing with Mike Bruce and Skip and I and Bob, and we were in a blinding snowstorm going somewhere up in North Dakota somewhere, and on our way to a gig, and it was about 4 in the morning, and Mike Bruce was driving our truck. We'd all take turns driving. He was driving. He finally decided, well, let's get off the interstate. I need a break. And so I kind of raised up as he was pulling off the interstate into a truck stop. And we were looking there. He was kind of aiming for the island there, the gas tank. I mean, gas pumps on the island there. And he's looking, and there's some guy waving his arm. He said, what the hell's that guy waving? Kaboom! And it had a canopy on it, and we were at the wrong island. We were supposed to go around to the truck deal, and he was pulling into the car deal. And we had a bunk upstairs that we had fixed, and Skip and Bob were in that bunk, and I was on the other bunk. And it hit that bunk right where they were, and they were yelling and screaming, and saying we had covered that thing with plywood inside, finished it off, insulated it. They had plywood everywhere, all over them. They were okay. We all got out and were looking at the damage, and the snow's coming down. So they said, we'll go in the restaurant there and get a cup of coffee. And I got the roadies out with the duct tape. We were duct taping all the cracks and crevices in that box so we could move on. We all had very long hair, but they all had hats and caps and stick their hair up in, because if you had long hair, you were in trouble. I mean, in some certain places. It was okay on stage, and so I didn't like hats or caps, so I come walking in the restaurant, and I'm walking the gauntlet of all these truckers in there, and they're all whistling at me because of my long hair, and somebody says, is that a guy or is that a girl? And they were laughing their butts off, Seger and them. And so the next day he wrote this song. He said, Teegarden, here's this song. He played it for us, and it had the deal in there, a woman or a man, and they're on the road again, and Skip didn't like it. He said, yeah, it'll never be a hit. It's too long or something, I don't know. And so that's the reference that you speak of.